Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad where we get together and make a card. Today's card is a mini stand-up and look how cute it is. You look at it like this and you open it up and it says, focus on today and you'll be okay. But look at how fun it is when it stands up. Isn't that special? You can give it to a friend that's just kind of going through a little bit of a rough time, or you can have it say anything you want, but it's so much fun. Now, what are you gonna need to create this card? The first thing you're going to need is the mini stand-up that I designed for Sizzix, and this is item number 660712. Now the mini, when I say mini, it says mini over in the corner down here. Mini means A1, so it's invitation size. It's a little bit smaller than A2, the standard card size. Then we're going to be using the stamp set Camera to Stamp that I designed for Stamps of Life, and also the die set that matches. Some fun little embellishments, fun zigzag buttons, and the Sweetheart Collection by Stamps of Life. And we also have some washi tape that says hello and some arrows and some some sky seam binding. And lastly, we're going to be using licorice ink and cloud ink for our inking, our blending. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our die card base. Now, I always like to do the die card base first because that's kind of like my foundation and that's where I'm starting. So I'm going to use this, get that out. And I'm also going to get out one of the layering pieces. So we're going to get this and we're going to lay this down. Now, the nice thing about the mini cards is you don't have to worry too much about the speed bump. You don't want to go straight through your machine because that creates a speed bump. You want to go at an angle, but because this is a smaller one, you can really go at an angle, which is fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and run that through. And as we're doing that, we're going to get our paper ready for stamping because we're going to stamp our cute little stamp on there. So there we have the base. And I do have a trash can on the floor, by the way. You'll see me doing that. It's in the trash can already. So my cleaning lady's going to be so proud of me for having that. So I'm going to just fold it on the score line that the die is already created. And we're going to put that off to the side. Then we're going to die cut one of our layering pieces, and we're going to use that out of this one. This paper is so cute. I like those little tiny prints. And let's see if there's anything else we can, we can also die cut these little pieces from our camera. So let's lay those closer together, and we are going to get out our camera dies. And we are going to die cut the cute little baby, let's get it. It's the littlest one in here, of course, and it's hiding. There we go, this little tiny baby one. And we should probably use Sizzix adhesive on the back, but I'm gonna be daring today. And we're gonna die cut that one out of that one. And I think that is it for right this second. Okay, let's put these all back in there because I don't have, I do. I do have them open already. It's so funny because they give me the brand new ones just in case, but I did find my version. But whatever, okay. Okay, so we have all of this. We're all good, are we good? Yes, we're good. We're gonna lay all that down. Run that baby through. Cracking's normal, that's just the blade going through the cutting pad. You know what, I should use my stamps and not the new ones. I always just have a tendency to grab from inventory. And you know, that's not a good business decision to just grab from inventory every single time. But I tend to. And Ken is cleaning my larger blocks from the other videos, so I'm have to grab another one. So we're gonna lay that down. And let's see, we're gonna also do, well, we'll worry about that in a second. Okay, so now we're gonna pull this through. And we're going to add this to the front of our card. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add some adhesive to that. So this is gonna be one of the layering pieces on our card, just like that. No measuring needed, which is fantastic. Now this piece we're gonna use in just a second. We just wanna wait a second. Get that little piece out of there. So we'll use that in a minute. And that guy I'm gonna leave right in there because look how tiny that little die is. We're just gonna wait a second on that guy. Okay, now, whoops, let's stamp. So let's get this guy, We're gonna ink this baby up. I don't know if this is a brand new stamp because it was in my stash, but that doesn't mean anything. So we're gonna stamp onto scratch first. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like it was a new stamp. Okay, so now the next image will be better. Okay, so now we're going to stamp, and of course I'm using my secret weapon below me. That's gonna turn every stamp you have into a better stamp. Press on the back so you get all that good contact. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do, oh, we will also wanna stamp focus on today and you'll be okay. So let's go ahead and do that next. So we're going to get focus on today and you will be okay. Let me get another block. It's kind of handy when I know where my blocks are. Let's use this one. Okay. So now this one again, I am going to ink on, I'm going to stamp onto scratch. When in doubt, always do it on scratch first, just to make sure, because the last thing you want to do is you put it on your paper and then mess it up. Okay, so line it up there and stamp and lift up. Perfect. Okay, so now let's go ahead and die cut this little guy. And where is the die for this? Oh, it's in here. Oh my goodness. It's all hidden in there. Okay, let's just grab this one. So we're going to use the little big die in here. The little big die. I'm such a dork. Okay, so we're going to lay that down and run that through. Now I am using a smaller die, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I'm just going to run that through with a smaller cutting pad. Now I want to ink the edges of my focus on today so it looks like this. Look at the difference. Look at the difference of that. Now you tell me that that inking does not look fantastic. Does not look awesome. It just totally changes the whole look of everything. So we want to go ahead and we're going to ink the edges of this. And let's get this. I'm using cloud. Start on the edge and just work your way. And we're just going to go all the way around. Now I probably could have used storm too if I wanted. I think this is cloud. Yeah, this is cloud. All of a sudden I started second guessing myself. Okay. So we're just going to go around the edges just to add some more. Try not to touch it. I'm using my fingernails to hold it down. Okay, there we go. Okay, now remember how we cut out this little piece here? So let's get this out of the way. Use mine. Remember how I cut out these little pieces and I was like, oh yeah, we're going to use those. Well look, that layer's right on there. Isn't that awesome? Just like that. It's like amazing that that fits, right? Do you know how much math is involved in all of this? I hate math. Okay, so we're going to line that up, line this up. And I hate spreadsheets too. I am not a spreadsheet girl. And every once in a while I have to do them. Ugh. Okay, so now we're going to add this little guy, and this little guy is little, because remember how I said I should have added Sizzix adhesive? For some reason, I'm not grabbing it today. Okay, so we're going to add this right here. Look how cute that is. Now, just for kicks, we're going to add a little tiny rhinestone to this guy. And I would use liquid glue for this because that's the safest. But I might have a little glue dot that I can use. So this has a little glue dot too. So we're going to just use a little glue dot. And that's going to be like our little flash. Isn't that cute? Look how cute that is. It's kind of like a flash. And then we want to add, I have a little button here. Don't you love how my team puts this together for me? They already put the twine on there. I love them. Oh, I wish they would do my Christmas shopping for me too. I wonder if I could have them do that. No, I'm kidding. I could have them decorate my house though. They'd be better than me decorating my house. Okay, so now I'm gonna add that little guy right there. Look how cute this camera is. And let's put the rest of our guy together here. So we're gonna add this, but we wanna add our little ribbon first, our seam binding. And we're just gonna tie this, tie this, tie this. This one's stiffer than usual, it's interesting. And we're going to do a bow. Now, bows, oh gosh, I get more questions about bows. We're gonna make a bunny loop on one side. Normally you would go around this way to tie your shoes. Instead, we're going from the back. Then we're going to fold right here. See my thumb? This thumb right here that's moving? We're going to fold that. See how I'm pushing it? I'm pushing it through, and I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna go like that, and look at that pretty bow. It's one of the few things crafty my mother taught me. She's not crafty. My grandmother and my aunt, very crafty. My mother, nah. That's why she had me. Okay, so now we're going to get that just where we want it, and we're going to trim it. Trim, trim, trash. Okay, now let's add our cute little camera, and I want to add some little pop dots to it because Those always add some interest. And we're gonna add that one right there. That one right there. These always, I say this every time, they get the best of me all the time. So, okay, so now we're gonna peel these off. And you don't have to peel all of them off because, are you kidding? It'd take you all day to get all these things off. Okay, so now we want to make sure, because look at this. We want to make sure that when we pop it up, when we stand it up, that it's not stuck to the whole card. So we're going to do this just like this, just like that, and we're good. And we're going to fold it right there. Now we have this little belly button notch. We're just gonna pull that up just a little bit, and that's gonna sit right there just like that. Now to finish off the inside, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add some washi tape. And those of you that are like washi tape lovers like I am, you can never add too much washi tape, but we're just gonna add 1 row of each just to make it more exciting. So we're just gonna lay that down right there. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then I'm just gonna lay the next one down right next to it. I love this washi tape. And oh, you know what? I don't like the arrows going that way. I'm gonna turn it around this way. What a dork. Okay, I like the arrows going that way. Okay, so now we're going to line this up just like that. Done. Okay, now to make this clean on the back, we're just gonna trim this because I usually tear it, but if someone's gonna see the back, I want it to look nice. And we're gonna fold this back, fold that one back. See, so it's just cleaner on the back. Fold this one back, fold this one back. If you wanted to get really technical, you could go all the way around to really make it look nice and finished on the back. And then last but not least, we're gonna add our little focus on today and everything will be okay. And we're gonna add that right there and look at our adorable little card. So here we have, and we're gonna score that a little bit more. So here we have our cute little front. We're gonna open this up and let it sit right there, and it says focus on today and you'll be okay. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where we get together and make a card. Join me again next week for another fun card. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.